what factors led to the growth of China, or what all the economic reforms they followed for its rapid economic growth? So here you have factors that led to rapid growth in economic development in China. The first point was Great Leap Forward, GLF. It was started in 1958 campaign by Mao to modernize Chinese economy. What is Great Leap Forward? Mao, the famous Chinese leader, forced every household to have an industry in their backyard. He wanted to revolutionize. He wanted to bring China as a modern economy to industrially develop. And great proletarian cultural revolution. We're discussing these points one by one. Evaluate the various factors that led to the rapid growth in economic development in China. What factors led to its fast economic development? Being one of the oldest civilizations in the world, China is the oldest civilizations in the world. China has been world's largest economy. After the establishment of People's Republic of China under one-party rule, all the critical sectors of the economy, enterprises and lands owned and operated by individuals were brought under government control. So in China, what happened after the establishment of People's Republic of China, and there was just one party, all the things, enterprises, individuals, anything, right, they're all brought under one, that is, we call it as all the critical sectors of the economy, enterprises and lands owned and operated by individuals were brought under the government control. The government has taken over all the enterprises. The first point, Great Leap Forward, GLF, we call it campaign. In 1958, a program named the Great Leap Forward campaign was initiated by Mao to modernize China's economy. So what is Great Leap Forward? Great Leap Forward, the aim of this campaign was to transform agrarian. Before this 1958, China was basically an agricultural economy. He wanted to transform it into industrial economy. So the agrarian economy into a modern economy through the process of rapid industrialization. How did he do it? Under this program, people were encouraged to set up industries in their backyards. Under this Great Leap Forward, Mao encouraged people to set up industries in their backyards. In several rural areas, communes were started, communes. Under the commune system, people collectively cultivated lands. In 1958, there were 26,000 communes, 26,000, 1958. So not individually they are cultivating it, they pulled together all the land and called it as a commune. There were 26,000 communes in 1958, covering almost all the farm population. GLF campaign, that is Great Leap Forward campaign, met with many problems. A severe drought caused havoc in China, killing about 30 million people. And now we go to the next point, Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, 1965. What it means, in 1965, Mao again, the Chinese leader who revolutionized the economy, Mao introduced the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, 1966 to 76, under which students and professionals were sent to work to learn from the countryside. So they had to go to villages, countryside. However, when Russia had conflicts with China, it withdrew its professionals who had earlier been sent to China to help in the industrialization process. So there were close relationship between India and China, between China and Russia. Russia used to send experts to China for their industrial development, and after the conflict, all the experts went back. So Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution in 1965, Mao introduced the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, under which students and professionals were sent to work and learn from the countryside. And the next point you have after this, reforms introduced in China. The present day fast industrial growth in China can be traced back to reforms introduced in 1978 reforms. China introduced reforms in phases. A. In the first initial phase, reforms were initiated in agriculture, foreign trade and investment sectors. Agriculture, foreign trade and investment sectors. In agriculture, commune lands were divided into small plots which were allocated only for use and not as ownership to the individual households. B. They were allowed to keep all income from the land after paying stipulated taxes. C. In the later phase, reforms were initiated in the industrial sector. Private sector firms and townships and village enterprises which were owned and operated by local collectives were allowed to produce goods. At this stage, enterprises owned by government, known as state-owned enterprises or SOEs, were made to face competition. These points are given in the notes. You follow that. Dual pricing in the reform process. What exactly is dual pricing? The reform process also involved dual pricing, two prices. This means fixing the prices in two ways. One, farmers and industrial units were required to buy and sell fixed quantities of inputs and outputs on the basis of prices fixed by the government. The farmers are required to buy, industrialists fixed by the government, the prices they have to buy. For other transactions, the inputs and outputs were purchased and sold at market prices. And the last point, special economic zones. In order to attract foreign investors, special economic zones were set up. Special economic zones where they gave a lot of incentives for development. So what basically is this? Factors led to rapid growth in economic development in China. The Great Leap Forward, please remember the years. In 1958 was introduced by the famous Chinese leader Mao. To modernize Chinese economy, what he did was he said every household should have an industry in their backyard. And Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution in 1965, again the same revolutionary leader Mao, he called teachers, students to go and work in villages with the help of Russian experts. In 1978, they made a lot of reforms, giving subsidies and all, dual pricing. Industries and the farmers, they have to buy at the prices fixed by the government, and SEZs, this made special economic zones. So this is the notes is given for these things. I'm sure you'll be able to learn them. Don't forget to learn the years, that's very important.